Delighted to be here to speak with Matt Mullenweg, who has had a huge impact on the development of the web over the last decade. WordPress was one of the seminal publishing tools that really drove a lot of innovation and I think continues to drive a lot of innovation. So if I heard you right a second ago, were you suggesting that we're now sort of at the peak of the dominance of the big platforms and that's going to kind of ebb over time?
Well, I think that the industry is already having a natural reaction to closed ecosystems. Open source eventually dominates every sector it enters. The eventually is the key because it can take, sometimes it can happen fairly quickly. I mean, if you look at open source applied to finance, Bitcoin, open source applied to information, Wikipedia, open source applied to content management, WordPress, like these sorts of things, it can happen in like less than a decade, often become the dominant platform in this space. And then others, like say Linux on the desktop, might not happen before the sun burns out. Like,
right.
Open doesn't win just because it's open. Open source doesn't win just because it has a more morally superior license. You have to have a better user experience. You have to create real value. I think where it can win over the long term is that ultimately it can be more aligned with where users are than a company whose whims might change. And these petty fights that the internet giants are having, you know, what is it, the Amazon doesn't sell Nest devices, and now YouTube won't stream to your, I mean, this is all just, you know, it's petty and it's not user aligned.